Take a look at this. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video to all of your friends. Now, let's get into the video.
Right guys, so welcome to today's video, and today we will deal with this One Piece game right here. So let me quickly cover up what we have done in the last video, in the last episode. So, alright, so check this out. So we have successfully created some shirts and have exported them or imported them into ROBLOX, as you can see. And today we will work on the pants, guys. So it is going to be the same as in the last video. So we will begin by, where is it? Yeah, going to this rig builder and yeah, just tearing this dummy apart. So let's just quickly do that. So we basically only need 3 parts. Those 3 parts are the upper leg, the lower leg, and the foot. So just leave them. There we go. So now just tear this thing apart. And there we go. So if you don't know why we, well, tear this thing apart or put these parts apart, is because of, well, we just want to see the parts clearly and cover up every spot of this yeah, lag part, I'd say. So when we like apply this clothes later on onto our player, that, well, we have covered up everything, every spot. Because if you do not do that, it can possibly happen that your character or your pants or your clothes whatsoever have, well, clear spots somewhere, so they have a hole or whatsoever, and we just want to have, well, perfect clothes or decent clothes whatsoever. So just clothes which fulfill their purpose of covering up the body parts. Alright, so just take this thing, right click, well, you guys cannot see it, but right click, export selection, and select a path, guys. So select the folder or the place where you want to save this thing to. So where is it? We're just gonna save it right here. Alright, now I'm gonna switch to Blender. So there is a link in the description, guys. Download the program. You can also download it via Steam. And as you can see, I'm using 2.8 as the version. And I'm not gonna, well, go into detail regarding explanations or anything. I expect you guys to, well, be a little bit familiar with Blender in general. But I'm gonna, well, where is it? Yeah, just screencast keys right here. So this is a plugin which allows me to share my mouse but also key inputs to you. So as you can see what buttons I'm pressing and how much. So yeah. Alright, so we will start off by just selecting everything and deleting it. So A, X, delete. Now we will import our lag, which we have just exported from ROBLOX. So how do we do that? Go to File, Import, OBJ, and then select your path right here. Okay, there we go. So if you import this thing and you're not able to see anything right here, then do not wonder, guys, because if you scroll out, then you'll see something right there. And we want to get this thing instead of the center. So how do we do that? Press spacebar, then type in set origin, select this thing, and then select geometry to origin. So we are basically setting those legs, those body parts, which are the geometry, we are setting their position to the center, guys. And yeah, so now we can just continue with covering those body parts as we have done in the last video. But the last video was about, well, covering up the torso, lower torso, and the arms as body parts. And we will today do the same thing with our legs. And I've only exported one leg because both legs are identical, so there's no difference in between of them. And if you want to create, well, some pants or some shorts which have two different designs on each leg, then, well, you'd need to create one cover right here, export this thing, delete it, and then create the other cover, guys. So that's the way I'm doing that. But let me just, yeah, cover those body parts right here. So Shift A, plane, Alright, so I'm now just gonna add this mirror modifier right here. I'm also gonna enable clipping. Okay, there we go. Look up. So we have mirrored the x-axis, but we can also mirror the y-axis, I think. So alright, so I just had to go AFK. So where did we left off? Yes, so instead of just having the x-axis only enabled, you can also enable the y-axis, I think. So as you can see, once we move this thing out, our geometry is also mirrored on this side. But there's an issue, so it is mirroring everything after this, means the mirror seems to be positioned at this point right here, so we just gotta, well, move this thing slowly, and then this whole thing to this point. There we go. Now we can just simply, well, extrude, position, and so on. So you already know what this is about, guys. Alright, so as you can see, we have an issue right here. So the geometry is like, well, it is perfect from this perspective, but as you can see, it is somehow, well, it has gotten into the body part itself. therefore the body part is covering it, and well, we need to do something about it. So what can we do about it? Well, select this thing and then scale on the y-axis, so you can do that, and then move it a little, just doing this, and as you can see, everything seems fine. Now to this side right here, just extrude again, and well, just repeat the same steps. So this is all about it. Okay, as you can see, this worked fine as well. Now I'm just gonna, yeah, cover this part up. And now we have already, well, covered up the upper part, guys. So as you can see, the same issue here as well. So what can we do about it? I'm just gonna, well, it really depends on the situation. So just try to move around the affected vertices till, well, this thing gets better. This whole thing right here. All right, there we go. Now we have successfully covered up the upper leg, guys. And I've thought about just, well, creating, no, only creating 2 pants for this episode, because I cannot think of, well, any more, options regarding, yeah, pants creation. So I only know about shorts and, well, just default pants. So pants which, well, extend to, well, this point, this lower leg right here. Well, you can of course play around with some details, like you could add a belt or some bags or whatsoever, but I'm just gonna, well, I just want to demonstrate how to create 3D clothing. And well, I just wanted to quickly demonstrate that, but furthermore, I just wanted to, well, show the scripting behind of it and how to implement it in Roblox Studio. And I just want to, well, quickly go through this character editor in order to show you the rest later on. And by the rest, I mean devil fruits, attacks, etc. So the things you guys have been waiting for a pretty long time, guys. And also those things you only see, well, in some YouTube videos from people who, well, just leave their links in the description and barely explain anything regarding the creation of those models, etc. And it is also not even clear if those people have created those models, so they could have possibly just stole it. But that's another topic, guys. Just a quick rant at this point. But yeah, so after you have covered this thing up, you can save it if you want to. I'm just gonna save it because I will get back to this cover later. So let me just save this thing. There we go. So now I'm just gonna create some shirts, not shirts, shorts out of this one. For those purposes. Wait, let me remove this thing and let me subdivide those. So for those purposes, I'm just gonna place this cut right here, and come on. You're just gonna place that cut. And just do that right here. So now we can just easily delete everything at the bottom and just leave this part. Now extrude it. So there we go. This should work out. Now, if you consider your work as done, then I can recommend you to shade this thing smooth and apply the mirror modifier and any other modifiers you have applied or you have, well, put on. So just apply them. I'm gonna apply this one, shade this thing smooth, go to add modifier, and then I'm gonna add a solidify modifier just to make this thing thicker to prevent one-side faces, because one-side faces tend to, well, make or just mess up the model at the end. So if you do not know what I'm talking about, then check out the last episode, guys, because I'm explaining some stuff regarding one-faced, well, faces. No, one-faced faces, guys. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling that well, but I'm explaining everything regarding that topic in my last video, so do not forget to check that out. But anyways, apply the solidify modifier, shade this thing smooth, and apply the edge split modifier. And as you can see, this whole thing looks a lot more fancier. So get rid of the rest, and as you can see, so what I was going to explain you is that normally if you would not apply that solidify modifier and you would try to look inside of your shorts, then you would see nothing, so it would be transparent. You could just look through, and that's the issue with one-sided faces. Is that even a term for it? I'm not sure. And by solidifying everything, you're basically creating one more layer of faces which cover up the, well, the other side of the face right here. So that's the idea behind of it. And I'm now just gonna export the short right here. So obj. There we go. And now let me try to skip all the way back. All right, it is not working, but do not worry. For those purposes, I have done this. So there we go, our cover right here. So let me just, well, export this cover right here. So smooth shade this thing, apply the add split modifier onto it, and then go to export again, export this thing. So upper lag cover. And now the last thing we want to make is, well, not a full cover of the lower lag, because I'm gonna add a, well, I'm just gonna make the pants extend till this point. So I'm not gonna fully cover this whole part right here. So I'm just gonna cover these upper parts and all the way down to, well, the middle maybe, and then just leaving it as it is. So apply this, or just create this plane right here, and then just repeat the same steps. So the same thing as we have done up here with this model. All right, so this was, well, this was more difficult to do. Well, not difficult, but, well, it consumed a little bit more time because, well, the shape of it is just a little bit more different and therefore more time consuming to recreate than the previous shape. Okay, but there we go, finally. So, okay, shade this thing smooth. Apply this modifier. Fade smooth again. And add split. There we go. So this top thing right here is barely visible to us, therefore just never mind that. But the bottom part looks quite okay. So delete everything, export this one, front obj. All right, there we go. Now let's switch back to Roblox. Get rid of this one. And yeah, now we need to create, or no, we need to import everything and then make it, yeah, just selectable somehow to the player. So it is once again the same thing as with these shirts right here. So we will import everything and we will add this camera part to it to be visible in sort of the viewport frame later on. But before we do that, let me just quickly import everything. So shorts, I'm just gonna grab one of those. Left upper arm, so left upper leg. Then go to this folder symbol and select your file. There we go. Worked totally fine. So now duplicate this one, move it next to this one. Let's call this one right upper leg. And there we go. So these are our shorts. We have successfully imported them. Now duplicate your shorts. Let's call this one. Let's call this one jeans. And yeah, so we first of all need to import those covers we had earlier. Wait. Oh yeah, perfect. Come on. I'm gonna make this one blue. So duplicate it. Move it next to right upper leg. I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna call this one lower leg. There we go. This is our left lower leg. So there we go. We have successfully imported our pants. Our next step is to go inside of this editor, screen GUI thing, duplicate this shirts frame. Let's call this one pants frame. And let's go inside of this selection frame and just copy this one and add pants to it. So everything's pretty redundant because, well, this is the character editor, guys. What are you expecting? Okay, pants frame. Now, these scrolling frames right there. Wait, so how have we done that? Yes, so these were, wait. How did I place them? I'm not sure, guys. Yeah, okay. Never mind the question. I am sure. Copy this one. Right, so now I have to check. Okay, so the tank top is the first item and the t-shirt is the second item. So shorts. So we can delete those two things. Paste this into. Now let's call this one jeans. Let's delete the long sleeve. Yeah. So if you do not know why I'm doing this, then check out the last One Piece video because I'm explaining everything regarding this camera part, etc. So I'm explaining these things in that video, guys. So change shirt. Let's change this one to change pants. Then instead of the server script right here, we need to create a new task. So I call them tasks. Change pants. And it is the exact same thing as before. So we are basically looking for something called pants. If it exists, then we are deleting it, and obviously that so-called pants are the previous pants. So we do not want to have two pants equipped or worn at the same time. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we are looking for our pants inside of our servers. Where is it? Server script service. So I'm gonna add a folder pretty soon called pants, and it is going to look for it, and if it is there, then it is going to clone that thing. And yeah, so it will automatically create a weld it onto the player, and that's actually it. So for further explanation, check out the previous video, guys. So I'm just gonna put these on, well, I'm just gonna leave them commented because we will probably need them pretty soon. So I'm gonna call this one pants. Delete every existing folder inside, and I'm gonna copy our two new folders inside, guys. And let's see how this works. Pants. Okay. So we need to adjust a few things. upper leg, lower leg, shorts, and jeans. I just want to check if those adjustments could possibly work on our pants. Well, do they work? They do work, but they're a little bit too much, I think. You can leave this out. Alright, so that's it. There's nothing more to it, guys. That's the way and how to create pants. It is pretty similar. It is even almost the same thing as working with shirts or creating shirts, guys. So there's nothing more to it. In the next episode, we are going to work on the body. So we are gonna create skin color, a race spin system. That's it. Alright guys, so if you have enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends, and leave me feedback in the comment section, guys. Also, thank you for your overwhelming support, and yeah, don't forget to turn on the notification bell after you have subscribed, guys. And if you are subscribed and have not turned on the bell, then do that now. Okay, take care and see you in the next video.